There's something strangely hypnotic about watching chaos unfold on the road. Maybe it's because every driver believes they're in control, convinced that skill and experience are enough to tame speed, weight, and momentum. But the truth is far less comforting. Highways, parking lots, snowy streets, and quiet neighborhoods can transform into unpredictable arenas in a matter of seconds, where a single miscalculation triggers a chain reaction no one sees coming. And that's exactly what this journey captures. A relentless sequence of moments where confidence meets reality, where human error collides with physics, and where instant karma often arrives faster than anyone expects. It begins with a scene that feels deceptively ordinary. A man stands near a vehicle, his actions misunderstood at first glance. From a distance, it looks suspicious, almost like he's doing something wrong. But perspective is everything. As the camera angle shifts and the context becomes clear, you realize he's simply doing his job, a reminder that appearances can be misleading, especially when viewed through the lens of surveillance footage. That moment sets the tone for everything that follows, a world where assumptions are dangerous and reality often surprises you. Winter arrives like an uninvited guest in the next sequence, coating the road with a layer of snow that appears harmless, almost beautiful. Drivers move cautiously, or at least they believe they do. But snow blocks, those innocent-looking piles pushed aside by plows, hide a brutal truth. When tires meet packed ice and frozen resistance, control disappears instantly. One vehicle slides unexpectedly, its driver helpless as momentum carries it into impact. The sound isn't dramatic like in movies. It's dull, heavy, final. It's the sound of physics winning. Then comes a moment so surreal it feels staged. A vehicle spins, another swerves, and for a few seconds the entire scene resembles a carefully choreographed stunt sequence from a classic action film. But there are no stunt coordinators here, no rehearsals, no safety nets. Only real drivers with real consequences. If not for the cameras, you might assume it was fiction. That's the unsettling part. Reality sometimes looks more cinematic than cinema itself. Road rage enters the narrative like a sudden storm. Two drivers, emotions running hotter than their engines, confront each other. One exits his vehicle, tension escalating instantly. But the lesson is brutally clear. Stepping out of a car in anger is rarely worth the risk. Inside the vehicle you have protection, distance, and options. Outside, you have vulnerability. The confrontation fizzles before it becomes catastrophic, but the underlying message lingers. Anger behind the wheel is one of the most dangerous passengers you can carry. A parking lot becomes the next battlefield, and what should have been a simple maneuver turns into a costly disaster. The driver probably thought reversing would be the easy part, just a minor adjustment before continuing the day. Instead, misjudgment leads to damage that spreads across multiple vehicles. Suddenly, the challenge isn't fixing a car, it's dealing with the aftermath, the financial and emotional cleanup that follows. It's a quiet reminder that accidents don't always happen at high speeds. Sometimes they happen at 5 miles per hour, right under your nose. Control, or the lack of it, takes center stage when a truck enters the scene. Larger vehicles carry greater responsibility, and the margin for error shrinks dramatically when tons of metal are in motion. A small steering mistake, barely noticeable at first, begins to amplify. The truck drifts, overcorrects, and suddenly the situation spirals. Watching it unfold feels like witnessing a slow-motion disaster, where you know the outcome before it happens but can't stop it. Size magnifies consequences, and this moment proves it without mercy. Then comes an almost absurd incident involving something as harmless as paper. A roll falls, seemingly insignificant, yet its weight and momentum crush multiple parked motorcycles beneath it. The irony is almost comical. Paper, an object associated with fragility, causing destruction. But physics doesn't care about symbolism. Mass times acceleration equals force, and in this case, that force wins decisively. If motorcycles could think, they'd probably be wondering how something so light could feel so heavy. Animals enter the story next, bringing unpredictability that no driver can fully anticipate. A dog darts toward a moving car, not out of aggression but curiosity, instinct, or perhaps simple playfulness. The driver brakes just in time, avoiding catastrophe by inches. It's a reminder that roads aren't just for humans. Every environment carries variables, and living creatures are among the most unpredictable of them all. The stakes rise dramatically when overtaking goes wrong on a dangerous corner. A car attempts a risky maneuver, underestimating both speed and timing. A tractor-trailer becomes involved, and suddenly the entire sequence turns violent. The trailer flips, metal twisting in ways it was never meant to. The rear of the car launches into the air, traveling dozens of meters before crashing back down. Miraculously, the driver survives. Survival sometimes feels like luck, but it often depends on split-second reactions and structural engineering working together. Technology fails in the next moment, reminding viewers that even modern devices aren't immune to chaos. A phone explodes unexpectedly, shocking everyone nearby. Fortunately, no one is hurt, but the incident highlights how unpredictable everyday objects can become under the wrong conditions. Safety isn't just about driving, it's about awareness in every aspect of life. Then comes a scene that defies expectations. A small car pulls a massive truck forward when the light turns green, its engine roaring with surprising strength. It's almost humorous, a David versus Goliath scenario on asphalt. Power isn't always about size. Sometimes it's about engineering, torque, and traction. Watching the tiny vehicle lead the enormous one forward feels oddly satisfying, proof that appearances deceive once again. The chaos escalates when a shipping container crashes into a stage area, trapping multiple cars in the aftermath. The destruction feels cinematic, like a scene from a blockbuster action movie where debris flies and metal bends dramatically. But again, there are no special effects here. Real vehicles are damaged, real people are shaken, and the randomness of the event underscores how quickly situations can spiral beyond control. One of the most jaw-dropping moments follows when a car drives onto a lawn, launches over two pickup trucks, and crashes into a house across the street. The trajectory looks impossible, almost like a stunt designed for entertainment. Someone jokingly wonders if it's a new feature from Tesla, but the humor barely masks the danger. Acceleration, misapplied pedals, and panic can turn any vehicle into a projectile. The house stands as an innocent victim, a symbol of how far consequences can travel when control is lost. Pedal confusion strikes again in another scene, where a driver presses the gas instead of the brake. The vehicle surges forward unexpectedly, launching into a terrifying motion that could have ended far worse. Fortunately, the driver manages to escape before disaster becomes tragedy. But the incident reinforces a crucial truth. Muscle memory matters, and panic disrupts it. Training and calm thinking are often the difference between damage and survival. Fire introduces an entirely different kind of danger. A moving car suddenly erupts in flames, forcing the driver to stop immediately and flee. Firefighters arrive just in time, extinguishing the blaze before the vehicle becomes a total loss. Watching flames consume something that was functioning moments earlier creates a visceral sense of vulnerability. Machines we trust daily can fail catastrophically without warning. Perhaps one of the most nerve-wracking sequences involves a cement truck balancing precariously on the edge of a pit. Its massive weight teeters, threatening to tip into disaster at any second. Observers hold their breath, imagining what would happen if another vehicle passed by at the wrong moment. The driver's concentration is almost tangible, every movement deliberate, every correction precise. It's a high-stakes dance between gravity and control, where one wrong move could trigger tragedy. And then there are the quieter consequences, the financial ones. A simple reversing mistake costs thousands of dollars in damage, turning an ordinary day into an expensive lesson. No dramatic explosions, no cinematic flips, just the harsh reality of repair bills and insurance claims. Sometimes the most painful outcomes aren't physical injuries but economic ones. As the journey continues, a pattern emerges. Every incident, no matter how different, shares a common thread. Human imperfection meeting unforgiving physics. Speed amplifies errors. Distraction multiplies risk. Overconfidence blinds judgment. And yet, within the chaos, there are moments of luck, resilience, and survival that feel almost miraculous. Drivers walk away from crashes that look unsurvivable. Bystanders escape harm by inches. Timing, randomness, and instinct combine to create outcomes that statistics alone can't predict. What makes these moments so compelling isn't just the destruction. It's the lessons hidden inside them. The reminder to stay calm during confrontation. The warning to respect weather conditions. The importance of maintaining vehicle control, especially with heavy machinery. The need to remain aware of surroundings, animals, pedestrians, and unexpected hazards. Every clip becomes a microstory, a snapshot of cause and effect playing out in real time. By the end, the viewer isn't just watching accidents. They're witnessing human behavior under pressure. Panic, anger, distraction, surprise, relief. Roads are shared spaces, ecosystems of motion where every participant influences everyone else. Responsibility isn't optional. It's collective. And the cameras capturing these events transform private mistakes into public lessons, sometimes embarrassing, sometimes shocking, but always informative. As the final scenes fade, one realization lingers. Safety isn't guaranteed by skill alone. It's built from awareness, patience, humility, and respect for the unpredictable. Every driver believes they'll reach their destination without incident, but reality has a way of reminding us that certainty is an illusion. The road demands attention, every second, every turn, every decision. So now the question shifts to you. Which moment shocked you the most? Have you ever witnessed something similar on the road, or even experienced a close call yourself? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments. Your experience might help someone else stay safer. And if you found this journey intense, eye-opening, or valuable, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next compilation. There's always another story waiting just around the corner.